When a company generates £8 billion in annual revenue, serves 19 million customers, and employs 22,000 people, you expect strength, stability, and a bright future. But on the morning of September 23rd, 2019, the world watched in disbelief as Thomas Cook, one of the oldest travel agencies on the planet, collapsed overnight, grounding its 94 aircraft for the final time. It was a dramatic end to a 178-year legacy that once shaped the modern concept of travel. If you want more clear, no-nonsense breakdowns about once great airlines like this, consider subscribing. Thomas Cook launched his business in 1841 with a simple goal: arranging train journeys for fellow members of the temperance movement. What began as a logistical service quickly revealed a market hungry for organized travel. When his son, John Mason Cook, joined the company, the pair transformed small domestic excursions into a scalable business model built on trust, convenience, and adventure. By the early 20th century, Thomas Cook had expanded far beyond short UK trips. The company was selling elaborate international tours, including a 1920s around-the-world itinerary through South America, Africa, and Europe. A luxury journey that would cost the equivalent of £50,000 today. Thomas Cook had evolved from a practical service into a pioneer of global tourism. In 1928, after decades of growth and rising prestige, the Cook family sold the company to the operator of the Orient Express. The brand was now an international icon, poised for new chapters under shifting leadership. Chapters that would include success, reinvention, and turbulence. After the sale, Thomas Cook experienced a series of ownership transitions, beginning with nationalization in 1948. Under British Railways, the company benefited from a booming post-war travel boom as millions of Britons ventured abroad for the first time. Thomas Cook became synonymous with safe, organized, and increasingly affordable holidays. The 1970s brought privatization and fresh investment. Thomas Cook leaned into a reputation for service excellence, offering a reliable money-back guarantee that set it apart during economic recessions. Profits grew, and the company reinforced its role as one of the world's most trusted travel brands. A major turning point came in 2001 when C&N Touristic AG acquired Thomas Cook. The new leadership rebranded the business as Thomas Cook AG and moved aggressively into aviation. In 2003, Thomas Cook Airlines launched, a significant expansion into a capital-intensive sector that added complexity, cost, and risk. Though intended to strengthen the company, the move would later amplify its vulnerabilities. The early 2000s brought significant headwinds. Fewer customers were booking traditional packages, operating costs increased, and digital competitors began reshaping the industry. Thomas Cook, slow to adapt, accumulated substantial debt. Without a clear modern strategy, the company's margins thinned and its financial stability eroded. In 2007, Thomas Cook merged with MyTravel, a failing UK holiday company that had only turned a profit once since 2001. Rather than creating strength through consolidation, the merger layered inefficiencies on top of weak financials. The integration strained resources, created operational overlaps, and deepened the debt burden. As online bookings surged, Thomas Cook doubled down on its network of high-street travel shops. A joint venture with the Co-op Group expanded its physical footprint just as the market shifted away from brick-and-mortar retail. Competitors moved online. Customers moved online. Thomas Cook stayed stuck in the past. Several external events pushed the company further to the brink. Low-cost airlines cut into its market share. A record UK heat wave in 2018 kept travelers at home rather than booking last-minute trips. Brexit uncertainty led consumers to hold off on holiday plans. Alone, none of these challenges were fatal, but together they squeezed an already weakened business. By the late 2000s, the travel industry had transformed. Younger travelers preferred to create their own itineraries online, compare prices instantly, and avoid package rigidity. Physical stores, once the heart of Thomas Cook's model, were now an unnecessary cost. The company struggled to modernize its systems, offer digital convenience, or match the agility of newer competitors. It wasn't just losing customers. It was losing cultural relevance. Debt turned out to be the fatal anchor. Since 2011, Thomas Cook had paid approximately £1.2 billion in interest alone. More than a quarter of every holiday sold effectively went straight to lenders. This financial drain robbed the company of the investment needed for digital transformation, operational improvement, or meaningful innovation. The business wasn't just under strain. Survival was becoming mathematically impossible. By mid-2019, Thomas Cook was desperate for a lifeline. Months of negotiations attempted to secure new financing, but the numbers didn't balance. The company owed £1.7 billion to banks and £1.3 billion to suppliers. Even with emergency funding, the financial hole was too deep. When final talks failed in the early hours of September 23rd, the company ceased trading immediately. The shutdown created immediate chaos. Around 9,000 UK employees faced sudden unemployment, some learning the news as they were preparing for work. Meanwhile, 150,000 British travelers were stranded across the world with no clarity on how they would return home. Airports, hotels, and resorts fell into confusion as the situation unfolded. The UK government launched Operation Matterhorn, the largest peacetime repatriation in British history, costing nearly £500 million. Dozens of aircraft were chartered, global coordination was rushed into place, and passengers were prioritized according to need. In Tunisia, some travelers were even locked inside hotels when staff demanded immediate payment that Thomas Cook could no longer provide. What began as a holiday turned into a crisis response. Despite the ATOL protection scheme, taxpayers bore a substantial cost. The government spent £83 million on flights and £58 million on redundancy payments. Thomas Cook's collapse was no longer just a corporate failure. It became a national event with financial and political consequences. Amid the turmoil, Hayes Travel seized an opportunity. The company purchased Thomas Cook's entire network of stores for just £6 million, averaging around £10,800 per location. In a widely praised move, Hayes also re-employed around 2,500 former Thomas Cook staff, offering stability in an otherwise bleak moment. Others benefited too. KPMG and Alex Partners, the administrators handling the fallout, earned £11 million in their first month alone. Meanwhile, CEO Peter Funkhauser had earned £8.37 million in salaries and bonuses since 2015. For many observers, it underscored an uncomfortable truth. During corporate collapses, those at the top often emerge financially unscathed. Thomas Cook's fall wasn't caused by one mistake. It was the culmination of outdated business models, failed mergers, rising debt, and slow digital adaptation, all compounded by external pressures and shifting customer behavior. Despite its rich history and once pioneering spirit, the company couldn't keep pace with a rapidly changing industry. Its collapse serves as a stark reminder. Even industry icons can crumble when innovation stalls, strategy falters, and financial discipline erodes. Legacy alone is never enough.